Well, hello there. I'm back home from sea. Anyway, yeah, I've got some good news to tell you about my little girl in France. She's given birth to a baby daughter, and she's been named as Abby. Yeah, I found out on Thursday. That's the day I came home. I came home Thursday night, and I had a day out with Sarah on Friday. So just getting back into the swing of things. But yeah, I got a message on the Wednesday at 6:25 actually, saying that she'd gone into well, her waters are broken at 6:25 on Wednesday morning, and they were sitting all fingers and toes crossed, hoping for some good news. And yeah, it came at in the early hours of Thursday. I got a message at about 8 o'clock saying that she'd given birth at 3:15 on Thursday. Yeah, so that was quite exciting. Yeah, but I've seen one photograph of the baby. The baby's been named Abby Erica. Eric being my father's name. So that was nice of her to include that. I've yet to speak to her. She gets home from the hospital on Sunday, so I won't want to push her because she'll be busy. Pretty sure she'll be stressed out dealing with a brand new baby. Yeah, I can remember what it was like when she was born all those years ago. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Oh, the journey down to the ship was absolutely stressful as anything. Well, the first part was anyway. My train was at 10:30, and so I booked a taxi for 9:30. Come 25 to 10, no taxi. I'm getting a bit worried. It's now 5 minutes late. Anyway, 1:45, no taxi. 10:10, no taxi. 5:05, I phoned another taxi. And with the taxi driver that took me into town wasn't aware that there was a memorial service going on, and so he took me a route which was closed, so we had to turn around and go back another way. Took me another route that was closed, and so when we got to the train station, I got there and I could see my train pulling out the station. So I then got another taxi home to get my car to take me down to Lowestoft, and that taxi driver didn't know about the memorial service going on in the middle of town. You think if you migrated to a different country, you would want to take part in its ceremonies and traditions and memorial services. You think you'd keep an ear to the ground on this kind of thing, especially if you're a taxi driver and there's disruption that these memorial services can cause in Hull, because everything goes through the middle of Hull, like you know. But anyway, so I went and got my car, and I drove my car down to Lowestoft, and I left it in one of the Lowestoft the buildings down there that the company use. Yeah, so that was quite good. It was in a secure car park, so I was quite happy. Now I went and picked it up 2 weeks ago, when the ship got back into Lowestoft. I got my car and I took it down and kept it on the docks, right out the way. So that was nice, just to be able to nip to the shops in a bit of style and comfort, I suppose. But yeah, what a disaster! This Labour Party, what a disaster! And this Arla milk. I went to Asda's yesterday to get a few bits and pieces for the house, and Arla milk is stocked wall to wall in Asda's. Nobody's buying her stuff, and I managed to get a pint of goat's milk. Yeah, that was the only pint that they had left on the shelf. Yeah, so people aren't buying Arla milk, are they? They're not buying the Lurpak butter, or if they do, they don't know about what's going on. I'm not saying that it's bad, I'm not saying that it's good. What I'm saying is that they haven't tested it sufficient. They don't know if it's going to have any effect, but it is safe and effective. Remember when that was first announced about the COVID vaccine? Safe and effective. Is it? Yeah, it's not, is it? Anyway, what else has been going on? All sorts of stuff going on. I found out let's backtrack a little bit. But let's talk about methane, shall we? We'll just rewind a little bit. Yeah, methane, as we know, only makes up 1 part per million of the atmosphere. Now that's, imagine that you had 250,000 people in a football stadium. Now multiply that by 4. You've got 4 football stadiums filled to the brim of 1 million people, and one of those people would represent methane in the atmosphere. A tiny, tiny figure. Yet they're telling us it's something to worry about. And as we know from other YouTubers that have put messages out there, cows are net zero. Cows are neutral. Whatever they eat, they put out the other end. Whether it's milk or whether it's meat or whether it's the breath that they breathe out, the CO2 that they eat is the CO2 that they expel, or we expel from eating the meat. And of course, when it comes to methane, we've been told that methane only lasts for 12 years in the atmosphere. It was before being broken down into water and CO2 again. So methane isn't a lifelong greenhouse gas, as they call it. And as I said before, it's only 1 part per million. Yeah, 1 million parts, and one of those parts is methane. An incredibly low number, and they want us to worry about it. Is it really worth putting all our house at risk just for the sake of 1 part per million? Anyway, moving swiftly on. I was going to... Keir Starmer. It's just getting worse and worse. You know, this carbon capture they want to do is ridiculous. The wind farms are ridiculous. I took Lady Sarah down to the beach yesterday just to have a walk along the seafront. Try and cheer her up because she's missing the dog so bad. Anyway, I looked at sea, and there's the wind farm off of Hornsey, and not a windmill turning. It was the wind was about 6 miles an hour, maybe less, and of course they need a little bit more than that to turn. So there was no windmills turning. So okay, it was a dull, cloudy day. So where are we going to get the energy from? I just don't get where this government's going. Anyway, so I've rambled on for far too long, and I'll try and get some more videos out this week, trying to do some more exciting things. Anyway, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll catch you all later. Let me know how you're getting on in the comments, and of course, what's going to happen in the next couple of days. It's Christmas. Yeah, love Christmas, don't you? Anyway, I'll talk more about my journey home and some of the houses that I saw. Really nice. Anyway, I'll catch you all later. See you then. Bye then.